Hi everybody. Welcome back to ABC General Hospital Spoilers channel. Today we will dive into the thrilling developments awaiting us on Friday, July 18th, where tensions rise, secrets unravel, and unexpected encounters promise to shake up Port Charles like never before. In the bustling confines of Anna Devane's office, a pivotal confrontation unfolds as Felicia Scorpio arrives with urgent pleas for Anna to abandon her current path. Felicia, ever the voice of caution, might argue that the risks are too high, drawing from her own history of perilous investigations that nearly cost her dearly. Yet Anna, fueled by her unyielding determination and years of experience as a seasoned operative, refuses to back down. Instead, she presses forward with her intricate plans, perhaps outlining a new strategy involving covert surveillance or encrypted data hacks to uncover hidden truths. Adding a layer of intrigue, Anna extends a favor request to Felicia, who could reluctantly agree to assist by tapping into her network of old contacts from her adventurous past. General Hospital enthusiasts are well aware that Anna has been meticulously probing into Vaughn's enigmatic background, piecing together clues from shadow reports and whispered rumors. This deep dive might lead her to a startling revelation: Vaughn's ties to the World Security Bureau (WSB), an organization notorious for its clandestine operations and moral ambiguities. To expand on this, imagine Anna poring over classified files late into the night, her office lit only by the glow of her computer screen, as she connects dots that point to Vaughn's recruitment during a forgotten international crisis years ago. Given Josslyn Jack's role as Professor Henry Hank Dalton's dedicated research assistant, Anna's suspicions could intensify, wondering if Vaughn is deliberately charming his way closer to Josslyn to extract sensitive information about groundbreaking experiments in the lab. Alternatively, in a twist of paranoia born from Anna's spy instincts, she might even entertain the idea that Josslyn herself is entangled with the WSB, perhaps as an unwitting asset or a full-fledged recruit hiding in plain sight amid her college life. This puts Josslyn's carefully guarded secret at grave risk, especially now that Anna's investigative prowess is zeroing in like a laser. Spoilers hint that Anna will formulate theories that hit the mark with eerie accuracy, potentially involving intercepted communications or a surprise informant tipping the scales. Fans should brace for updates on Anna's bold next steps, which could include a high-stakes stakeout or a direct confrontation that exposes layers of deception in Port Charles' underbelly. Shifting gears to the academic halls, Professor Dalton engages Josslyn in an animated discussion about the exhilarating projects on the horizon, painting vivid pictures of innovative research that could revolutionize medical science, such as experimental therapies drawing from rare genetic markers. Dalton, with his professorial enthusiasm, might share anecdotes from his early career breakthroughs, inspiring Josslyn while subtly testing her loyalty. However, the scene escalates when Josslyn finds herself in a bind, forced to improvise swiftly and spring into decisive action. This could manifest in a scenario where she must cleverly divert Emma Scorpio Drake from accessing restricted lab areas, perhaps by fabricating an urgent errand or staging a minor distraction like a spilled coffee incident to buy time. On the flip side, Josslyn might seize the moment to orchestrate her own clandestine entry into the lab, using her assistant privileges to sift through confidential data under the cover of night, her heart pounding with the thrill of forbidden knowledge. These moments highlight Josslyn's growing resourcefulness, adding depth to her character as she navigates the blurred lines between ambition and intrigue. Meanwhile, in a charged exchange, Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer lock horns in a heated argument that exposes lingering fractures in their co-parenting dynamic. Lulu, protective and fiery as ever, could accuse Dante of being overly lenient with Brooklyn Quartermain amid the fallout from the recent Brit Westburn scandal, which has left emotional scars on their son Rocco. Drawing from her own experiences with family turmoil, Lulu might point out how Brooklyn's involvement has amplified the drama, urging Dante to reconsider his alliances for the sake of stability. Extending her counsel, Lulu offers pointed advice on reclaiming their family unit, specifically suggesting ways to mend fences with Giovanni Joe Palmieri, who has been caught in the crossfire. She could advocate for Dante to create distance from Brooklyn, emphasizing that Gio's resentment over Rocco's suffering demands a clean break, perhaps even recommending family therapy sessions or heartfelt apologies to rebuild trust. This bickering underscores the complexities of blended families in Port Charles, where past mistakes continue to echo. Speaking of young Rocco, he steps into the spotlight with a touch of maturity. donning a crisp dress shirt and meticulously styling his hair in preparation for a significant meeting with Liesel Obrecht. Having orchestrated this encounter behind the scenes made through a series of secretive emails or notes passed via intermediaries, anticipation builds as Liesel arrives. Her no-nonsense demeanor softened by a rare spark of empathy. To his delight, she engages fully, providing candid answers to his probing questions about family legacies, medical mysteries, or even personal tales from her storied life as a doctor with a checkered past. This interaction could evolve into a mentorship moment, with Liesel sharing wisdom on resilience, perhaps drawing parallels to her own losses and triumphs, leaving Rocco inspired and more confident in facing his challenges. On another front, Sonny Corinthos unleashes his formidable intensity, demanding explanations for the damaging falsehoods circulating in the media that tarnish his reputation and empire. Curtis Ashford might find himself squarely in the crosshairs, grilled relentlessly as Sonny pieces together hints of betrayal from leaked articles or anonymous tips. The pressure mounts, forcing Sonny into a corner where he must contemplate a profound sacrifice, perhaps agreeing to exile himself from Port Charles temporarily to protect his loved ones, or granting freedom to Marco Rios in a strategic move to neutralize threats. Inventing a fresh angle, Sonny could reflect on his turbulent history during this ordeal, flashbacks revealing moments of vulnerability that humanize his tough exterior, ultimately leading to a decision that alters alliances across the city. As for Nina Reeves, betrayal looms large as Curtis, haunted by flashbacks to her concealed indiscretions, decides that sacrificing their friendship is essential for his own agenda. He's been subtly alluding to this necessity, building tension like a storm on the horizon. The fallout hits when Curtis weaponizes the explosive secret of Nina's steamy affair with Drew Kane, leveraging it to outmaneuver Drew in a high-stakes power play, perhaps involving corporate takeovers or political machinations. Nina, blindsided, grapples with the repercussions, her world crumbling as trust evaporates and she confronts the harsh realities of her choices, adding emotional depth to her arc with potential for redemption arcs in future episodes. Finally, aboard their flight alongside Daisy Gilmore, Sasha Gilmore Corbin initiates a profound heart-to-heart with Jason Morgan, probing whether he ever pauses his heroic duties to consider his own desires. Jason, the perpetual guardian of Port Charles, is often consumed by crises and the needs of others, but Sasha gently encourages him to carve out space for personal fulfillment, perhaps sharing stories from her own journey of self-discovery after loss. She might nudge him toward rekindling romance, setting the stage for an astonishing encounter at the airport with a woman bearing an uncanny resemblance to the late Brit Westbourne, a complete with similar mannerisms and a mysterious aura that sends shockwaves through Jason. Spoilers tease jaw-dropping revelations ahead for Jason, promising twists that could redefine his path and keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Next, we will delve into the explosive revelations brewing in Port Charles, where a devastating truth bomb threatens to shatter Sonny Corinthos' world as Jen Sidwell's shadowy accomplice in his vendetta might finally step out of the shadows, exposing a betrayal from the heart of Sonny's trusted circle. In the shadowy underbelly of Port Charles, whispers of Jen Sidwell's elaborate conspiracy to dismantle Sonny Corinthos' ironclad empire are reaching a fever pitch, with spoilers hinting at the imminent unmasking of his covert partner. This ruthless operative, potentially a familiar face lurking in Sonny's daily life, has been pulling strings behind the scenes, fueling acts of sabotage that have pushed the mob boss to his limits. Imagine the tension mounting in dimly lit warehouses along the docks, where Sidwell's henchmen exchange coded messages about their next strike, all orchestrated with the insider knowledge only a true betrayer could provide. The plot thickens as this alliance aims not just to strip Sonny of his power but to erode the very foundations of his family bonds, leaving him isolated and vulnerable in a city that once bowed to his command. Adding a fresh layer of intrigue, perhaps this partner has been feeding Sidwell intel on Sonny's vulnerabilities, like his guarded medical records or private family gatherings, turning personal moments into weapons of destruction. As Sonny, ever the resilient kingpin, leans on his steadfast ally Jason Morgan for backup, the question looms, will this hidden enemy's reveal come during a high-stakes negotiation at the piers, catching Sonny off guard and forcing him to question every alliance he's forged over decades? Sidwell's campaign of terror has been nothing short of calculated chaos, exemplified by the inferno at Charlie's pub that put Christina Corinthos Davis' life in grave peril. flames licking at the edges of her world as she fought for survival amid the smoke and debris. This arson attack, designed to send a chilling message, was just one thread in a web of aggression that also included the deafening blast at Sonny's penthouse, which came perilously close to claiming Michael Corinthos' life, shards of glass and twisted metal serving as grim reminders of the escalating danger. Beneath these overt assaults lies a more insidious network of adversaries, a coalition of opportunistic foes who see Sonny's downfall as their ticket to dominance in Port Charles' criminal landscape. To invent a new element, envision Sidwell coordinating with underground informants who've infiltrated local businesses, gathering dirt on Sonny's operations while posing as everyday vendors or delivery personnel, their seemingly innocuous routines masking a deadly agenda. Sonny, drawing strength from Jason's and yielding loyalty perhaps through late-night strategy sessions fortified by black coffee and maps of the city, mounts a defense to safeguard his loved ones and his coveted peers, but the specter of an internal betrayal could undermine it all, transforming his fortress into a house of cards ready to collapse. The core of Sidwell's machinations revolves around his aggressive bid to commandeer Sonny's strategic peers, a vital artery for his illicit dealings, intertwined with enigmatic links to Professor Henry Hank Dalton's classified research initiative, which might involve cutting-edge tech or biochemical experiments that could be weaponized against rivals. This secret partner, whose identity promises to deliver a gut punch to viewers, could be a pillar of Sonny's inner sanctum, someone who's shared meals at his table or stood by during crises. Now revealed as the architect of his potential ruin, fan theories swirl around suspects like the cunning Ava Jerome, whose history of double crosses makes her a prime candidate, or even a wild card from Sonny's extended orbit, perhaps motivated by long-simmering grudges over past slights in business or romance. Expanding creatively, picture a clandestine meeting in a fog-shrouded alley where Sidwell and this ally exchange encrypted drives containing blueprints of Sonny's security setups, their whispers echoing with plans to exploit the chaos from the pub fire that nearly stole Christina away forever. A dramatic confrontation seems inevitable, potentially unfolding in a rain-soaked showdown at a deserted warehouse, where accusations fly and loyalties fracture under the weight of undeniable evidence. Anna Devane's relentless probe into these dark dealings is tightening the noose, her sharp investigative skill shined from years as a master spy edging closer to exposing the traitor's role in orchestrating perils like the fire that endangered Sonny's daughter. Will this lead to a pulse-pounding revelation, maybe during an interrogation room standoff where Anna presents irrefutable proof, forcing the betrayer to confess amid beads of sweat and desperate denials? Sonny's laser focus on Sidwell as the primary threat has left him oblivious to the sprawling conspiracy encircling him, a web that might ensnare figures connected to Natalia Ramirez's tragic past. Her lingering influences casting long shadows over current events, or Drew Quartermain's ambitious plots that blend politics with personal vendettas. Inventing a novel twist, perhaps the partner has been manipulating Sonny's recent health scares, subtly tampering with his medication through a compromised pharmacist, exacerbating his bipolar episodes to sow doubt among his allies and weaken his strategic mind. This insider's treachery strikes at Sonny's core, capitalizing on his vulnerabilities like the near-fatal incidents that have tested his resilience, potentially eroding his control over the empire he's built brick by bloody brick. The closeness of this betrayer amplifies the shock value, especially if it turns out to be someone as unexpected as Josslyn Jostax, whose youthful facade might hide motives tied to her own hidden agendas or family loyalties. Sonny's faith in his core group, including the steadfast Michael and the wise Alexis Davis, schooled shatter like fragile glass, leading to heated family summits where accusations and tears flow freely, reshaping dynamics that have defined Port Charles for years. To add depth, imagine Sonny pacing his study, old photos of happier times with his children fueling his rage, as he grapples with the possibility that betrayal has been brewing right under his roof. The unmasking of Sidwell's collaborator has the potential to spark an all-out turf war, with Sonny mobilizing Michael and Carly in a unified front against the exposed foe, their strategy sessions buzzing with tactical plans to reclaim lost ground and exact revenge. Christina's brush with death in the pub blaze injects raw emotional fuel, her recovery serving as a rallying cry that unites the Corinthos clan in their fight for justice. Online communities are ablaze with speculation, fans posting frantic queries like who's stabbing Sonny in the back, while others place wagers on insiders. debating clues from recent episodes with the fervor of detectives. If this partner is woven into the ongoing Corinthos custody battles or Joss's covert WSB entanglements, perhaps involving encrypted messages hidden in academic files. Repercussions could forever alter the family's structure, birthing new alliances and enmities that ripple through future storylines. Next, we will uncover the delightful news of Kelly Thiebaud's triumphant return to the soap this week, sparking waves of excitement among fans who adore her portrayal of the complex Dr. Britt Westburn, and we'll dive into 5 intriguing facts about this talented actress that might surprise even her most devoted followers. The buzz in Port Charles is electric as Kelly Thiebaud steps back into the spotlight on ABC General Hospital, reprising her role as the sharp-witted and resilient Dr. Britt Westburn, a character whose blend of vulnerability and strength has captivated audiences for years. Fans have been clamoring for her comeback, especially after her memorable arcs involving intricate family dramas and romantic entanglements that left lasting impacts on the show's landscape. To celebrate, let's peel back the layers on Thiebaud herself, starting with her roots and journey to stardom, while weaving in how her real-life experiences might echo the depth she brings to Britt's storylines. Imagine the thrill of seeing Britt navigate new twists, perhaps crossing paths with familiar faces like Rocco Falconeri in unexpected medical crises, as Thiebaud infuses fresh energy into the role. Delving into her beginnings, Kelly Thiebaud hails from the quaint town of El Campo, Texas, where she first dipped her toes into the world of glamour through modeling gigs that showcased her striking presence and natural charisma. This early foray into the spotlight ignited a spark for performing arts, leading her to feature in for high-energy music videos for the renowned French DJ and record producer David Guetta, where she danced amid pulsating beats and vibrant visuals that captured global attention. Building on that momentum, her official debut on the silver screen came in the 2002 independent film Journey of Redemption, a heartfelt tale of personal growth and second chances that allowed her to explore emotional depths right from the start. Adding a creative twist, one could envision Thiebaud drawing from her Texan upbringing, think wide open skies, and small-town resilience to infuse Britt Westburn with that authentic grit. Much like how Britt has faced her own redemptive arcs on General Hospital, battling health scares and family secrets with unyielding determination. Her path from modeling runways to indie sets highlights a versatile talent that's evolved over time, perhaps even inspiring fan theories about Britt's potential crossovers with characters like Professor Henry Hank Dalton and scientific plotlines that mirror Thiebaud's own exploratory spirit. When it comes to her playful side, Thiebaud is renowned among General Hospital enthusiasts for her infectious sense of humor, which shines brightly through her social media posts filled with witty captions, hilarious memes, and behind-the-scenes antics that keep followers giggling. A deeper dive reveals she honed this comedic flair by studying with the prestigious improv and sketch comedy troupe The Groundlings in Los Angeles, where she mastered the art of spontaneous timing and character exaggeration under the guidance of seasoned performers. Furthermore, she was an active member of the sketch comedy ensemble Tickle Crisps, delivering side-splitting performances on stages across LA and New York, and even taking the hosting reins at the iconic Second City venue, where audiences roared with laughter at her clever sketches. Inventing a fun element, picture Thiebaud incorporating improv techniques into her GH rehearsals, perhaps ad-libbing lines during tense scenes with co-stars to lighten the mood, which could explain the natural banter Britt shares with characters in high-stakes hospital dramas. This jovial personality not only endears her to fans but also adds a layer of relatability to Britt, whose sarcastic quips often provide comic relief amid Port Charles chaos. It's a surprising revelation that General Hospital isn't Thiebaud's inaugural venture into the daytime drama realm, as she previously graced the screen in other beloved soaps, proving her versatility across the genre. Back in 2011, she made a memorable 3-day appearance on Days of Our Lives as the enigmatic Alicia, a role that introduced her to the fast-paced world of soap storytelling with its signature twists and emotional roller coasters. She later returned to the series in 2020 for a compelling 4-episode stint as Zoe Berg, a character embroiled in family intrigues and legal battles that showcased Thiebaud's range in portraying multifaceted women. To expand imaginatively, these experiences might have prepared her for Britt's intricate plots on GH, such as her entanglements in custody battles reminiscent of Rocco Falconeri's family sagas, allowing Thiebaud to bring nuanced authenticity to scenes involving moral dilemmas and hidden agendas. Her soap history underscores a career built on adaptability, much like how Britt has evolved from a scheming doctor to a more empathetic figure, navigating alliances that echo Thiebaud's own cross-show journeys. On a more personal note, Thiebaud's romantic history intertwined with her time on General Hospital, as she once shared a passionate relationship with former co-star Brian Craig, who brought the tormented Morgan Corinthos to life with intense portrayals of mental health struggles and family loyalties. Their love story blossomed in 2013 amid the show's bustling sets, culminating in a heartfelt engagement in 2015 that had fans rooting for their real-life happily ever after. Tragically, the couple parted ways in 2016, a split that mirrored some of the heartbreaking farewells seen in Port Charles romances. Creatively adding depth, one might speculate that this off-screen chemistry influenced the electric dynamics between Britt and other characters, perhaps inspiring subtle nods to lost loves in her storylines, like fleeting moments of vulnerability that resonate with viewers who've followed her journey. This chapter of her life highlights the blurred lines between real and real emotions in the soap world, adding an extra layer of intrigue to her return. Finally, while Thiebaud may not have children of the human variety, she pours her affection into her role as a dedicated pet parent to her beloved dog, Whiskey, a furry companion who's become a star in his own right through her affectionate social media shares. Scrolling through her feeds reveals a treasure trove of adorable videos and snapshots capturing their adventures, from playful park romps to cozy cuddle sessions that melt hearts worldwide. Whiskey even boasts his own Instagram account, where fans can follow his daily escapades, complete with possum updates and themed photoshoots. In a recent touching Instagram reel, Thiebaud celebrated his milestone with a montage of cherished memories, captioning it, "Happy 11th birthday to my Whiskey boy. I love you forever, my boy," evoking smiles and awes from her followers. Inventing a whimsical touch, imagine Whiskey making a cameo on a GH fan event or inspiring a light-hearted subplot where Britt adopts a pet to cope with her on-screen stresses. Perhaps tying into broader themes of companionship amid the hospital's high-drama environment involving figures like Professor Dalton's research team. This devotion showcases Thiebaud's warm, nurturing side, much like the tender moments Britt shares in her evolving relationships. Are you buzzing with anticipation for Kelly Thiebaud's return to ABC General Hospital? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for more spoilers on how Dr. Britt Westburn shakes up Port Charles.